Tonight, detectives scouring the former home of the former prince for a third straight day, launching multiple lines of inquiry. Officers are believed to be looking for evidence that Andrew Mountbatten Windsor passed on confidential information to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein in his role as Britain's trade envoy. The Metropolitan Police now urging Andrew's protection officers, both past and present, to come forward with information that could help their investigation. Authorities saying they're also working with US law enforcement to determine whether airports in the UK were used to traffic young women for sex, something Virginia Giuffre alleged, claiming she was trafficked by Epstein.
In the United Kingdom, unprecedented legal scrutiny now surrounds Prince Andrew, following his arrest on suspicion of misconduct in public office. Investigators have spent days searching his residence, examining whether confidential information may have been improperly shared during his former role as a trade envoy. Authorities are also coordinating with U.S. law enforcement as part of a broader inquiry. The case marks a rare and historic moment, a senior royal figure facing direct criminal investigation in modern times. While he has been released without charge, officials confirm the investigation remains active and ongoing.
Sentence of life in prison. Andrew was held for almost 11 hours, then released without charge, but remains under investigation. He also remains eighth in line to the British throne, for now.
I think that the pressure will mount and mount for that to happen. I mean, we have to remember that ultimately these things are a matter for Parliament. We are in a constitutional monarchy, but I think it's pretty straightforward. It's a short piece of legislation, and I think it will happen.
Rachel, British lawmakers are discussing legislation to remove Andrew from the royal line of succession, but that won't happen until the police have concluded their investigation.
The political ramifications could extend beyond the courtroom. Discussions are underway regarding potential legislative action that could remove him from the royal line of succession, though any such move would require parliamentary approval. Constitutional experts note that in a monarchy governed by parliamentary authority, changes to succession are procedural but consequential. The outcome depends heavily on investigative findings and prosecutorial decisions still to come. The episode has renewed debate about accountability, transparency, and the evolving expectations placed upon public figures in constitutional monarchies. As British authorities continue their inquiry, attention now turns from royal controversy to the future of American space exploration.
NASA says overnight monitoring revealed an interruption in helium flow inside the rocket's upper stage, and that is a system crucial to getting the spacecraft off the ground. Teams at the Kennedy Space Center are now preparing for the possibility of rolling this massive space launch system and Orion capsule back into the vehicle assembly building for a closer inspection. And as the NASA administrator put it, quote, "This will almost assuredly impact the March launch window."
At NASA, engineers are confronting a potential setback to one of the agency's most ambitious missions in decades. The Artemis II program, designed to send astronauts on a crewed lunar flyby, may face delays after a problem was detected within a critical launch system. Overnight monitoring revealed an interruption in helium flow inside the rocket's upper stage, a component essential for stabilizing pressure and supporting propulsion during liftoff. Teams at Kennedy Space Center are now assessing whether the massive rocket must be rolled back for closer inspection.
Logistics of even just moving the rocket could also be complicated or even further delayed by approaching high winds in Florida, according to the space agency. The Artemis II is designed to send 4 astronauts on a historic lunar flyby. It is a pivotal step before NASA attempts to land humans back on the moon sometime later this decade. Rachel?
Andrew,
Even moving the rocket presents logistical challenges, especially with high winds forecast in Florida. Any rollback could push the launch window from March into April or later, affecting mission timelines and long-term objectives. Artemis II represents the first crewed mission around the moon in more than half a century, a foundational step before attempting to land astronauts on the lunar surface later this decade. Delays underscore the complexity of deep space exploration, where safety protocols demand meticulous review. For NASA, caution is part of the mission. And as engineers work to resolve technical concerns, American athletes overseas are delivering headline-making performances of their own.
Hey Rachel, Team USA won the gold today in the freestyle skiing mixed aerials event, also picking up bronze medals in speed skating and the two-women bobsled competition. A major upset too as American hopeful Jordan Stolz, chasing another gold at these Winter Games, finished fourth in his event. But it is the age-old rivalry reignited that has fans buzzing. Team USA and Canada will face off in men's hockey tomorrow.
Team USA is celebrating a record-setting performance at the Winter Games, securing 11 gold medals and adding to an already historic medal count. Victories in freestyle skiing mixed aerials, along with podium finishes in speed skating and two-woman bobsled, have propelled the United States into a commanding position. The achievement reflects years of preparation, investment in training programs, and athlete development across multiple disciplines. But attention now shifts to one of the most anticipated matchups of the Games.
Last time the USA and Canada played each other in a gold medal game was back in 2010 when Canada won. The game will conclude just before the closing ceremony, and tonight it's been revealed that ice hockey legend Hilary Knight and ice dancer Evan Bates will carry the flag for Team USA during the ceremony. And Rachel, it will be extra special as Team USA celebrates a new achievement, breaking the record for U.S. gold medals in a Winter Games at 11.
The men's hockey final between the United States and Canada revives one of sport's most storied rivalries. The last time the two teams met for Olympic gold, Canada emerged victorious. This time, Team USA looks to capitalize on momentum and depth. The game concludes just ahead of the closing ceremony, where hockey legend Hilary Knight and ice dancer Evan Bates are set to carry the American flag, a symbolic honor marking leadership and excellence. Beyond medals, the Games showcase national pride, perseverance, and international competition at its highest level. From global arenas to mountain terrain back home, another investigation is now commanding attention.
Authorities in California are opening a criminal investigation into the deadly avalanche that killed 9 people. The Nevada County Sheriff says officials want to determine whether criminal negligence was involved. And late today, crews recovered 9 bodies from the mountain.
In California, authorities have launched a criminal investigation into the avalanche that killed 9 people in Nevada County. Search crews have recovered all victims from the mountain as officials seek to determine whether criminal negligence played any role in the tragedy. The probe will examine environmental conditions, safety protocols, and decision-making leading up to the incident. Avalanche events can develop rapidly, but investigators aim to understand whether warnings were issued, heeded, or overlooked. Families now await answers as the community grapples with profound loss. Meanwhile, the baseball world is mourning the passing of Hall of Famer Bill Mazeroski, whose name is forever etched into sports history. A 10-time All-Star and 8-time Gold Glove winner with the Pittsburgh Pirates, Mazeroski delivered one of the most iconic moments in professional baseball, a walk-off home run in Game 7 of the 1960 World Series, the first championship ever decided by a homer. His defensive skill and postseason heroics defined an era. After retiring, he remained connected to the sport through coaching and mentorship. Inducted into the Hall of Fame after multiple attempts, his legacy endured as both a symbol of perseverance and a reminder of baseball's timeless drama. From a royal investigation in Britain to a pivotal delay in America's return to the moon, from record-setting Olympic triumphs to tragedy on a California mountainside, tonight's headlines span accountability, ambition, competition, and remembrance. Each story reflects institutions under scrutiny, whether government, science, sport, or public safety. Which of these developments do you believe carries the greatest long-term impact? Like this video, share your perspective in the comments, and subscribe for continued in-depth coverage.